When it comes to sex, men and women are not created equal. This is very important to understand if you want to have a better, more fulfilling sex life, or you want to improve your sex life in your marriage. Let's have this conversation coming right up. Welcome back to our channel. I am Doran. This is Not Easily Broken. On our channel, we are all about helping you to build stronger relationships, stronger marriage, dating, courting, all about strengthening those areas in your life. Let's get right into this video. Women control access to sex. Men control access to emotional connection. Men control access to relationship. Let me break it down to you. Just hear me out. Let me break it down to you. When a wife initiates sex with her husband, when a wife has sex with her husband, it translates to love in his mind. In the mind of her husband, it's an expression of her love and desire for him. It's basically saying to the man that I love you. In other words, in the mind of her husband, she's saying that I love you, you are special, you are needed. I want you. You're the kind of man that I desire for the rest of my life. It is demonstrating an act of love towards the husband, especially the kind of love, the kind of sex that she initiates. In a situation like that, it is not even the sex that the man gravitates towards. It is the initial desire for having him. That's what drives him. That's what stimulates him. That's what brings him to a higher level of conscious desire to pursue his wife sexually. Don't worry, ladies. I'm going to get to the man relating to you. I'm just talking from the male perspective right now. Men are not complicated at all. I've often say that when a real man knows who he is and he's fulfilling his purpose and his destiny in life, and he have a great wife, he's a good man, he's not complicated at all. He's not a very difficult man to please. He wants to have good sex. He wants to be respected and he wants to be honored. He wants good food, and now and then he needs a nice, good back rub. It doesn't take much for that kind of man to be happy and fulfilled in the relationship. Please don't get me wrong. Women want to be respected too, and they should be respected. And they want to have great sex too. Absolutely. But that's not what drives the woman. She is more driven by a different set of rules. And if you understand the rules or the law that govern a man and a woman's sexuality, then you will understand why the access to sex relating to the woman and the emotional connection relating to the man, both of them come together. It creates something absolutely special in the relationship and in the marriage. Let's continue with the subject. Men get frustrated when they don't have access to sex. Women get frustrated when they don't have access to emotional connection, affection, intimacy, romance, relationship. They become very frustrated. A man will leave a relationship because of the lack of sex. A woman will leave a relationship because of the lack of emotional connection, safe, vulnerable place where she can be herself. A woman will leave a relationship because of the lack of relationship with the man. Husband, this is why you cannot hold emotional intimacy from your wife. How a man treats his wife is important to how she desires sex. How a man treats his wife is important to how she gravitates towards him. How a man treats and relates to his wife, it's critical to how she open and facilitate the idea of sexual intercourse. The level of relationship, an emotional relationship that a man builds with his wife will oftentimes determine the level of intimacy and sexual desire that she has for him. Women are emotional by nature. Women desire connection. They desire relationship. They want to be able to feel like they can relate to their husband. That's why a man who knows how to communicate, listen to his wife, listen to what she has to say, communicate with her, build a stronger relationship with her. That man, that husband will often enjoy a more fulfilled sex life with her. Sex is wired to a woman's brain. Women are emotional thinker, while men are emotional feeler. A man must unlock that part of his wife's brain through communication, through intimacy, through conversation, by listening, hearing what she has to say, making her feel vulnerable and feel safe with you. That's how a husband unlock that part of his wife's brain. Notice how a woman deals with a man that knows how to communicate with her. I've been married for 27 years to my wife, 27 years of marriage. I grew up with 5 sisters, so I've been listening to women speak or talk all my life. I can sit here and I can tell you that when I talk with my wife, when I lean in and engage her in meaningful conversation, it puts her in a very loving, caring, easygoing mode. It gives her an opportunity to be vulnerable, to be naked. Any man that takes the time to listen and communicate with his wife on that level, he's going to become her best friend. A woman will always remember the man who always listened and communicate to her. Why do you think that Eve was able to be tempted by the devil? The devil tapped into that part of her that a man knows a woman gravitate towards, and that is communication, conversation. When you have a conversation with a woman, meaningful conversation, when you reiterate and when you talk back to them, when you lean in, when you give eye contact, guys, I'm trying to help you all. It really helps her to become more comfortable in a conversation. Guys, husbands, do you ever hear they talk about pillow talk? Do you know why they call it pillow talk? Because every time that you're laying in bed and you have great conversation with your wife, when you communicate with her, when you talk to her, when you make her feel engaged and feel loved, feel appreciated, it put her in a very sexual mode. I know what I'm talking about. I have pillow talk with my wife all the time. I literally knows exactly how to engage her in that area. And it's not necessarily because I really want to have sex with her, because sex is something that we know exactly how to add value to each other's life. It's not one-sided in our marriage. Sex is not just about me. Sex is about the two of us. And so, but I understand her language. I know exactly how to unlock that part of her brain. I understand exactly why you don't aggravate or you don't agitate or you don't trigger any type of negative emotion at certain time of the day or certain time in the evening, because it will put her in a frame of mind that she cannot just turn that off come bedtime. Guys, I'm trying to help you out here, man. I'm trying to help you. Guys, listen. This works. When a woman get comfortable talking to a man, it creates a close bond. That's why you have to be the one talking to your wife. Be that sounding board. Be the person that they can listen to, they can talk to and talk back to them. When it comes to your husband, ladies, you must understand the same thing. That he may not want to talk to you for long hours like you do with your girlfriend. That's not how he communicates. He was not wired that way. But when you show him appreciation, when you show him that you desire him sexually, when you meet his sexual needs, and I'm not talking about a man that just wants it every day. Sometimes that's just a little bit overwhelming for the woman. But I'm talking about a wife that understands that when you have sex with a man that you love, it translates to love for him. You're saying to him, I love you. In his mind, he's thinking and he's expressing that you love him. And he reciprocates that by giving you affection, giving you emotional connection, relationship. And so it's important for the male and the female to understand the dynamic of how they were created. And when you understand the rhythm of love and intimacy and affection, and when you understand your wife wanting emotional connection, guys, and wives, when you understand that your husband wants to be connected with you from a sexual point of view, then you don't use sex as a weapon. You don't use intimacy and romance and affection men as a weapon. You don't ignore her. You often hear women say that, oh, he doesn't talk to me. He doesn't communicate with me. I don't feel love because he doesn't listen to what I have to say. She is craving and gravitating towards that connection. It what pulls you into her. It what creates that oneness, that bond. It is what gives that synergy, men, and give you the opportunity to be expressive in your delivery of love, romance, and intimacy. She will now approve of you and be open to give you that sexual desire and that sexual need that you have. And so it's a two-way street. Guys, you unlock intimacy, you unlock emotional connection, unlock the communication, unlock the relationship, and the wife is ready to unlock the access for sex. They both go together. It's a great combination. What are you waiting for? So let's recap. Real easy. In one full sentence. Women control access to sex. Men control access to relationship, emotional connection, intimacy, because a woman wants to be intimate before she's sexual, and a man sees sex as a way to be intimate. You have got to understand the two. And when you put them together and you blend it with love and commitment and fidelity and trust and honesty, it's absolutely a beautiful thing happening in your marriage. Guys, this is the end of the video. If this video add value to your life, please smash that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. God bless you.